When it's time for you to move in your direction, then go in your direction. Don't sit there and try to procrastinate or stretch it.
What if the most overlooked legend in NBA history was the one holding the dynasty together? Scottie Pippen's life reads like a twist no one saw coming. From Hamburg, Arkansas, the youngest of 12 kids, to a college team manager, to suddenly growing into the frame of a superstar and becoming the 5th overall pick in 1987. His rise wasn't just unlikely, it was unbelievable. He helped deliver 6 championships, became one of basketball's greatest two-way forces, and lived a life filled with glory, heartbreak, luxury, and controversy, often far away from the spotlight that followed his famous teammate. Today, we explore how Scottie Pippen turned the impossible into a legacy carved in stone. In the quiet town of Hamburg, Arkansas, where the field stretched wide like promises seldom kept, Scottie Maurice Pippen was born on September 25, 1965, the youngest of 12 children in the hardworking Pippen family. His parents, Preston and Ethel, held the household together with sheer determination, Preston laboring at a mill while Ethel kept order in a home overflowing with 11 siblings. But beneath the lively chaos, hardship settled early. At 8, Scottie watched one of his older brothers become paralyzed after a tragic accident, a blow that hit the family like a sudden winter storm. And at 14, his father suffered a stroke that ended his ability to work, tightening the financial strain already wrapped around the household. Through these trials, basketball became Scottie's refuge, a small escape played out on dusty ground with his brothers, as if the ball could carry him beyond Hamburg's limits. Yet he hardly looked like future greatness. By his senior year, he was just 6 feet 1 inch, 150 pounds, a skilled but overlooked point guard from a tiny rural school. Despite all-conference honors and a playoff run, no scholarship offers came, no scouts called. Still, Coach Donald Wayne saw a spark others missed, an instinct waiting for room to grow. He connected Scottie with Coach Don Dyer at Central Arkansas, opening the smallest of doors. Scottie wasn't offered a scholarship or even a roster spot, only a position as the team's equipment manager through work study. Even so, he took it, clinging to opportunity like a seed holding fast to soil. Then came the transformation. As Scottie worked in the gym, sweeping floors, handing out jerseys, his body surged upward, growing to 6 feet 7 inches, his talent rising with it. By graduation, he was an NAIA All-American, capable of playing every position and reading the game with sharp intuition. Though he feared being overlooked again, the NBA pre-draft camps changed everything. His versatility and newfound presence attracted scouts who once might have passed him by. Scottie Pippen slipped into the NBA in 1987. Like a quiet storm rolling into Chicago, drafted 5th overall and traded to a Bulls team on the brink of reinvention. From the moment his shoes touched the hardwood, he moved with the fluidity of a guard hidden inside a forward's body, all grace wrapped around sharpened edges. No one yet realized that this once overlooked kid from Arkansas was about to become the spine of a dynasty. In those early seasons, Pippen quickly proved he wasn't just promising, he was essential. His long arms snatched passing lanes like a thief in the night, and his instincts allowed him to complement Michael Jordan so seamlessly that the two became twin blades of the same weapon. By the Bulls' 1991 championship, Pippen had already become the team's quiet engine, rebounding with the force of a power forward, steering the offense like a seasoned point guard, and defending any position that dared challenge him. From 1991 to 1998, he helped guide Chicago to 6 titles, carving both his name and the franchise into basketball legend. When Jordan stepped away in 1993 to 94, the spotlight finally found Pippen alone, and he rose to it like a star breaking through cloud cover. That season, he earned All-Star Game MVP honors and pushed the Bulls deep into the playoffs, proving he wasn't simply Jordan's counterpart but a superstar forged in his own right. His range expanded, his leadership sharpened, and he became the blueprint for what a modern forward could be. But if offense made him admired, defense made him feared. Pippen patrolled the court like an artist painting in reverse, erasing opportunities instead of creating them. He earned 8 straight all-defensive first-team selections from 1992 to 1999, added 2 second-team honors, and led the league in steals in 1995, becoming one of the greatest two-way forces the game had seen. Some, like 7-time champion Robert Horry, even argued he was a better defender than Jordan, praising his ability to guard every position on the floor as effortlessly as shifting gears in a machine he himself built. When the Bulls dynasty dissolved after 1998, Pippen turned the page but didn't dim. He joined the Houston Rockets in 1999, then became the seasoned heartbeat of the Portland Trail Blazers, guiding talented rosters with his unshakable poise and defensive brilliance. In 2003, he returned to Chicago for a brief closing chapter, finishing a 17-season career in which he missed the postseason only once, a testament to how indispensable he was everywhere he played. His excellence stretched far beyond the NBA. Pippen won 2 Olympic gold medals, first as part of the iconic 1992 Dream Team, which reshaped global basketball, and again in 1996, cementing him as one of the sport's most respected ambassadors. By the time he stepped away from the game, his legacy was already carved in stone. 7 All-Star selections, 3 All-NBA First-Team honors, 8 All-Defensive First-Team awards, a place on both the NBA's 50th and 75th anniversary teams, and his legendary number 33 retired in Chicago. Scottie Pippen's financial journey unfolds like a story of triumph shadowed by hard lessons. By 2026, his net worth rests around $20 million, a figure that often surprises fans who still see him as one of the towering giants of the Bulls dynasty, like a monument whose shadow should stretch farther. But that number reflects not the millions he earned, but the portion that remained after contracts, timing, and circumstance shaped his financial path. Across his 17-year NBA career, Pippen earned an estimated $109 to $110 million, a fortune built through resilience and longevity. Yet one early decision defined much of his future: the 5-year, $18 million extension he signed in 1991. Intended to secure stability for his large family, it instead locked him into one of the league's most undervalued deals during Chicago's reign, paying him only about $2.6 million per year at a time when the salary cap was skyrocketing. Money slipped away through taxes, fees, and obligations like sand pouring through open hands. His fortunes began to shift after leaving Chicago. Contracts with the Houston Rockets and Portland Trail Blazers finally paid him market value, helping repair years of undercompensation. Still, basketball was only the base layer of his wealth. His endorsement career, starting with Avia and later transitioning to Nike, kept his name circulating through sneaker lines, licensing deals, and merchandise sales. They didn't reach Jordan-like heights, but they remained steady like a heartbeat that never lost rhythm. Real estate became another pillar of his financial identity. One of his most recognized assets is his Mediterranean-style Highland Park mansion, purchased for $2.2 million in 2004. The home, complete with an indoor court marked by a towering 33 mural, a wine cellar, and expansive family spaces, reflects the life of a man who carved his legacy at full speed. Beyond luxury, it stands as an investment and a symbol of what he built. As his playing days ended, Pippen expanded into business. In late 2024, he launched Unguarded, a luxury fashion line blending athletic heritage with high-end design. Combined with media appearances, speaking engagements, and various partnerships, Pippen wove a network of income that kept his public presence and earnings alive. Despite the comfort he enjoys, his lifestyle remains steady rather than excessive. His collection of high-end cars, including a Mercedes-Benz G-Class and Rolls-Royce Cullinan, mirrors the elegance of his game. Through the Scottie Pippen Foundation, he invests in youth and underserved communities, echoing the empathy formed by his own challenging upbringing. Additional investments, restaurants, real estate projects, and entertainment ventures have added new layers to his earnings, contributing an estimated $5 to $10 million annually, fluctuating like the ebb and flow of a long season. Now here's where the money meets the ground: the homes. As Scottie Pippen climbed from rural obscurity to NBA superstardom, his homes rose with him, each mansion standing like a monument to a life that kept expanding beyond expectation. His most famous residence was a 10,000-square-foot Mediterranean-style estate in Highland Park, Illinois, sprawled across nearly 3 acres, a palace tucked among Chicago's elite. Pippen and his then-wife, Larsa, purchased it in 2004 for $2.23 million, a figure modest compared to the world contained within its walls. Inside, the house unfolded like a tribute to his journey: 5 bedrooms, 5.5 baths, dual primary suites, and staircases curling upward like the arc of his improbable rise. Every corner whispered luxury: an 8-seat theater, a wine cellar, a rec room, playroom, and an exercise space sculpted for a champion. Even the lower level carried the imprint of his discipline and quiet intensity. Yet nothing matched the glory of its centerpiece, an indoor basketball court, once emblazoned with a towering image of his Bulls jersey. It felt less like a room and more like a shrine, a private coliseum drenched in Chicago's iconic red and black, design cues that made it unmistakably Pippen's domain. Step outside and the estate transformed into something like a suburban resort. An infinity pool, spa, waterfall, and water slide stretched across the backyard, a dreamscape built for a 6-time champion's moments of peace and celebration. Over the years, the mansion's price rose and fell like the chapters of his career. After multiple adjustments, it last listed for $2.65 to $2.7 million before going under contract, long after Pippen had sold it in 2021 for $1.8 million, marking a notable moment in its long market journey. But Pippen's real estate legacy didn't begin there. Before Old Mill Road, he crafted another Highland Park home on Shady Lane, an 8,228 square foot, 8-bedroom mansion built in the 1990s at the height of the Bulls dynasty. He sold it in 1996 for $1.75 million, and decades later, in 2023, it resold for $1.53 million, a reminder that even a legend's footprint shifts with time. Still, the Old Mill Road estate remained the crown of his real estate story. Long after he moved out, the mansion found new life as a luxury Airbnb stay, allowing fans to walk the halls where Pippen once strategized greatness. Guests could shoot hoops on his court, unwind in the heated spa, or simply sleep under the roof where a basketball mind once shaped history. A 21-night stay cost about $32,615, offering championship ambiance at a fraction of Michael Jordan's rental price. Through every purchase and sale, Pippen's homes reflected his life. Grand, resilient, intentional, and crafted with the same precision he once brought to the court. Next, his wealth took on wheels. His collection is a blend of raw horsepower and polished luxury, beginning with one of the rarest gifts in sports history, a Ferrari 550 Maranello, valued at around $160,000, reportedly given to him by Michael Jordan. The Maranello's V12 growl was a fitting match for Pippen's quiet intensity, smooth on the surface, unstoppable underneath. Beside it sits a Ferrari 348 worth about $60,000, another nod to his love for Italian engineering. Its wedge-shaped frame and sharp angles mirror the edge Pippen brought to the game, precision meeting elegance. Parked nearby is the beast of American muscle, a Dodge Viper, estimated at $85,000. It's the kind of car built for someone who played with venom and velocity, fast, powerful, and unapologetically bold. But Pippen's collection doesn't stop with speed. It stretches into luxury. His Mercedes-Benz S-Class, valued at $110,000, stands like a rolling throne, quiet, commanding, and perfectly suited for a man who earned his respect without ever raising his voice. Then comes one of his most iconic vehicles, the Mercedes-Benz G-Class, a rugged, boxy powerhouse worth around $127,650. With its military roots and commanding presence, the G Wagon suits Pippen's personality, strong, versatile, and built to endure. Not all of his cars scream luxury. Some whisper Lincoln adventure. His Jeep Wrangler, roughly $30,000, reflects the down-to-earth fighter who grew up far from fame. Simple, sturdy, and capable, just like the young Pippen who clawed his way from Arkansas to NBA immortality. And woven into the mix is the Porsche 911 Turbo Cabriolet, customized in Chicago Bulls colors, a red and black tribute to the team that made him a global name. Sleek, fast, and instantly recognizable, much like the dynasty it celebrates. Finally, his modern collection includes showroom-level treasures like a Rolls-Royce Cullinan, a luxury SUV fit for royalty, because in Chicago, Pippen will forever be basketball royalty. Each vehicle adds a different note to the symphony of Pippen's success. The Ferraris echo his flair, the Viper his aggression, the G Wagon his resilience, and the Rolls-Royce his lasting legacy. His money didn't just build homes and fill garages, it wrapped itself around the finer details of his life. One of Pippen's most consistent indulgences is high-end jewelry and timepieces, especially Rolex watches, which regularly range from $10,000 to over $40,000 each depending on the model. Alongside them, he owns diamond and gold pieces worth several thousands of dollars, forming a personal collection that sparkles like championship confetti, small but unmistakable symbols of the heights he reached. His luxury lifestyle extends well beyond accessories. During his wealthier years, Pippen often enjoyed private jet travel, a habit that can cost tens of thousands of dollars per flight depending on the aircraft and destination. When in the mood for something slower and more indulgent, he spent time aboard luxury yachts, an escape that easily runs thousands of dollars per day, floating retreats where he could trade roaring crowds for quiet waves. Scottie Pippen's personal life has carried as many plot twists as his NBA career. He married Karen McCollum in 1988, but the union ended 2 years later. His longest and most public relationship began when he married Larsa Pippen in 1997. Their marriage lasted nearly 2 decades, but slowly unraveled, marked by separations, reconciliations, and a 6-year divorce process that Larsa later described as financially draining, saying, "I didn't get a nickel for 6 years." Their split was finalized in 2021. Controversy followed as Larsa became linked to future Malik Beasley and later Marcus Jordan, Michael Jordan's son, creating headlines that often overshadowed Pippen's private nature. Meanwhile, Pippen kept his romantic life discreet, though he was occasionally seen with unidentified partners. And that's Scottie Pippen, proof that a life built from nothing can rise into a world of pure luxury. From courts to cars, mansions to memories. He earned every bit of it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.